Hey friends, how are you guys? Coming at you here on a very, it's the end here guys, we're coming down to the short strokes. I will be doing readings next week for sure, just probably in a little bit of a different schedule because it's the holidays and we're all going to be a little bit offbeat, but I'm also going to be traveling a bit, so we'll see. Got the coffee. Merry Christmas. The coffee machine needs to be calibrated. So the espresso shots, it's like actually not the machine that needs to be calibrated, my grinder. So my espresso shot is extracting a little bit finicky for my liking. There she is. Let us see what magic we have. You guys, I found these at Michael's and I'm obsessed. I have to show you guys. They're little trays inspired by Hay, Hay, the collapsible situation. Oh my God. If you have cards or something tiny, but cards, like this is the chef's kiss of tarot card storage for me. Because I don't have a space in front here to like kind of slot them in. That I think would be the dream, like some sort of wooden setup. But this, friggin' love it. So I got the blue one. They only had two colors. So I got blue and white because I can't do matchy-matchy. It's like so not something I do. So these are the decks that I'm using the most right now. And it's funny because I have all of their significant like corresponding boxes are in a bigger... Can I get this out for you guys? Because they're in a bigger version that I got at Indigo. So I'm a big fan of these types of trays. This one feels a little more sturdy, I have to be honest with you. These are all my tarot decks, just in boxes in there. This one feels a little more flimsy, but it does the trick for just storing them nicely on your table. So I do have a couple in front of me here, but the most part, the ones that are out there. So that I'm not using, kind of stored there. So my friends, let's see what energy is coming up for us today. The cards are shuffling super tidy. So we have the 10 of materials with the Knight of Emotions. Move this out of the way. 10 of materials is reversed. Knight of Cups is here. 4 of Swords is here. 3 of Wands is here. 4 of Pentacles is here. And the Ace of Cups is here. Let's get a moon read from Yasmin Boland's deck on Law of Attraction is here. That feels good. Take a Breath is here. Clarifying the 4 of Swords with the 3 of Wands. And Courage is here, reversed. Clarifying the 4 of Pentacles with the Ace of Cups. Let's grab from this for a second. Here we go. We have Pull Yourself Together. Just gonna make a little bit of room here. We have Pull Yourself Together, reversed. I'm Golden, reversed. And No Strings Attached, reversed. Alrighty. So initially what we're starting out with here, what I'm seeing for the energy, I think something that should have felt like a obvious sort of like celebration, or it was like linear and there was something that was coming together. You felt like you were giving your all and you were really showing up for it. It hasn't exactly gone the way that you thought it was going to go. There's either that or it's an and or situation. You pursued something and it let you down. Also kind of getting a vibe like maybe you let yourself down in the situation, which is kind of deep. We got the Four of Swords with the Three of Wands here. It's like you just by the skin of your teeth missed the chance to make this happen, to sort of like manifest this into the real life. This doesn't feel like it's a relationship. This feels like it's something else. This feels like it's something in your life, or it's something career related. I think you questioned yourself. And I think you're holding yourself accountable for the way that things went. And you're feeling like the offer that you thought you were supposed to get, you didn't get it. And you're like, was I not enough? Was I not brave enough? Was I not good enough? Did I not do everything in my power to make this happen? I think the feeling of not being sort of included in this dynamic, the feeling of not being chosen in this situation feels like it's overwhelming for you and it's leaving you pretty defeated. You're like, from your perspective, you're like, I still am chasing this thing. Like I still want this thing. I haven't given up yet. I think you still want to manifest it. I think you're having trouble releasing what isn't working. What isn't working. You want more from the situation. Let's see what the situation is. I'm seeing like you're questioning yourself. Oops. I'm seeing you're questioning yourself, and I'm seeing that something or someone let you down. And that feeling of being let down, you're like, I don't own this. This isn't, I'm not accepting this. Like, I'm not taking this. What's the word I'm looking? Lightly, like you're just not interested. The surrender in the situation is not, it's just not an option for you. That is not an option for you. So let's see what else we can get. In terms of second here. Oh. All right, let's pull some oracles just to get some clarification. Then we'll do tarot for added clarification. We have Mountain reversed, you are supported. Rescue is reversed. Sorry, rescue is upright. Help yourself to help another is here. Are you shouldering someone else's needs and putting yours aside? Every day is a new opportunity, a rebirth. Mirror, reflecting yourself. I think it's like cutting yourself, like taking yourself down, and not necessarily building yourself back up, just taking shots at yourself and just feeling like you're hanging by a thread. It's good to ask for help. Victorious. So there's something that, yeah, you didn't, there's something here that you did not, you foresaw you were going to be the successful recipient of the situation. And as a result, what happened was you, not as a result, but you're disappointed with the way that it went. The Knight of Swords, you spoke up, you wanted something to happen a certain way and you weren't shy about it, I don't think, except for it's almost like, did you support someone else through this and kind of put yourself to the side? And then as a result of that, you're feeling frustrated that and just let down, but also in the same time, you're like, we don't see you willing to give up. The Four of Pentacles is here. Someone let you down. The Lovers are here. So someone let you down, and you kind of like cracked you right open this situation. Sorry, the Queen of Swords is here reversed. This to me feels like you're being really hard on yourself through the situation. And the Seven of Cups is here. So I think you're looking at your options right now as a result of still wanting to be in pursuit of a successful outcome with this situation or with this person. I'm not getting a sense of romance here though. This feels work related actually. It's almost like there was something that was a good fit for you, and you and someone else were working in tandem to get this opportunity, and you felt like you were in the lead, but you also wanted to perhaps kind of give it a little bit of a team player energy. And now you're being super hard on yourself because it doesn't feel like there was manipulation. It just feels like things didn't work out the way that you wanted them to, and you're not taking this laying down. The Three of Cups is here over the Knight of Swords. So I definitely think that you shouldered someone else's success, but you wanted that success. Hierophant is here, clarifying the Four of Pentacles over rescue. So I'm seeing definitely that there was something that was, had potential to really solidify a new chapter or solidify a new opportunity. And you weren't chosen for that. Wait, actually, it's either that or some of you here are supporting someone who's going through this right now. Someone who's going through this right now, you're supporting them through their sense of failure. Oh, you're showing them through their love, through your love for them, that there'll be more opportunities and that this isn't as bad as it feels. There's when you, like stop. You're teaching them to stop kind of being in fear of their potential. The Moon is here too, and it's over the Seven of Cups. So I think they're kind of looking at their relationship with their fears around not being chosen, around not feeling like they're enough. The Eight of Pentacles is here reversed as well. So we're getting this sense of just complete defeat towards having worked for something that just didn't work out the way that it was supposed to. Then we have the Eight of Cups. So there is this sense of like, I have no other choice but to walk away from this. This person that you're shouldering, it really does, it's giving that now. I'm actually really tuning in that way. It feels like there's a person here whose light is just completely dimmed and you're supporting them to see their truth through the situation. It's a workplace thing. The Three of Pentacles is here. So they expected this promotion or this situation to go a certain way, and they just have not been, the outcome just wasn't what they wanted. And maybe is it a significant other of yours? You're in a partnership where you're shouldering so much of their stress, in so much of the weight of their sense of defeat, their sense of not being enough, their sense of feeling like this is an ending instead of just an invitation to pivot, an invitation to see what other opportunities are going to come their way. They felt like they deserved this. They felt like they put all their, kind of like they lined up all their ducks in a row. They're feeling completely stuck. They're feeling so hard on themselves that they weren't chosen for this promotion, for this opportunity. And as a result of that, you're sort of bearing you're carrying the weight of their sense of defeat, and also where they don't feel worthy enough. There's a storyline here of their worth not being enough in this situation. So it could also be that in in this next step, in this promotion, in this opportunity at work, they had to kind of show that they were capable and that they were worthy, and their insecurities maybe lend themselves a little bit more than anything else. And as a result of that, they're really feeding to those insecurities, and all of the fears of not being enough and not being chosen have really come to the surface for them. They're not in a great place mentally. They're not feeling totally defeated. I see the sun here. So this means that you're definitely creating a sense of warmth for them and a sense of, you know, it'll get better. The world card is here reversed. So I think definitely their sense of like what they're worth in the world is a little bit shattered right now. I think the end of a cycle should technically be ending here, but the self-sabotage pattern is having trouble kind of coming to a close. This is probably an invitation to see where we hurt ourselves more than others hurt us, and where maybe we kind of do unto ourselves the pattern, or we sort of pave the way for how others treat us. Yeah. The Hermit is here. So there's this feeling of just being stuck and not knowing how to express or take action, just like this total sense of defeat. The Devil is also here. So yeah, we're stuck. We're kind of we're in our vices. There's this very heavy, sort of self-sabotage behavior here. Like it's not anybody else's is doing but this person's own. The Empress card is reversed. So it's actually, you know, what's interesting, it's a divine feminine energy. So maybe it's a friendship. And there's a friend that you're kind of helping or supporting to feel better about what this outcome has, how it's made them feel. The Knight of Pentacles is here. I think this is just like slow and steady. It's very, also though, they're like really dragging themselves through their lack right now. 8 of Pentacles is here. 6 of Voices over the world is here. So 6 of Swords. So they were sense of rejection. We have the 9 of Swords here, which is like this sense of, I feel like I'm my own worst enemy. Self-sabotage, victim card energy is here. They just can't see the light right now. They don't feel like they can reach their light. We have the 10 of Pentacles over the Devil card. Then we have the 4 of Swords reversed over the Empress reversed. The 9 of Wands, this is a beautiful imagery of like just a sense of power and a sense of really being abundant and chasing our sense of abundant. But because it's clarifying the Knight of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, it does feel like this sense of action is, it's in the distance. It's in the distance. Like it's not an action that they're able to take right now. We have the 7 of Wands here. The visual on this is actually beautiful because it sort of gets the sense that like you're trying to get the light in, but pushing so hard through the darkness, and the light is trying to come in. Like there's a horizon, there's a sunrise, there's good on the other side, but to let it in, look at the force. The head's down, the arms are just like carrying the weight of that keyhole. So I definitely think we have a great sense of failure here for somebody. Tremendous sense of failure here for somebody. You're shouldering the burden and really showing up for them and helping them to see that, you know, things can go on. This is maybe an invitation to pivot more than it's an invitation to feel so sorry and continue to self-sabotage. I think there were missing pieces in the story too. Like they didn't necessarily, maybe they weren't seeing things clearly about this opportunity, about their worth in the equation, about their readiness to commit and be a viable candidate for this situation. You know what's coming up for me too is like Is it something related to I hesitate to say it because I don't really counsel on that, but it's giving a little bit of like maybe fertility. Yeah, maybe like an evaluation came back or like a test came back and the truth of your worth was triggered, or your partner's worth was triggered in the situation. Against the clock is here reversed. So there's this sense of race against time. I only have so much time to make this happen. That's our mind telling us that, though. I think when we are chasing the clock, it's more like, how can we pivot with timelines? Face the music, again, reverse. So the reluctance to actually look at this. So just in this place of like anxiety and just blessing in disguise is reversed. So we're definitely not seeing that. That doesn't feel, it feels very out of touch. In the road less traveled, I think this is a beautiful card. This is an invitation to look at an alternative path. I would say that there's reluctance to do that, but this is definitely an invitation to do that. Sometimes when one door closes, I wouldn't even say sometimes, it's all the time. It's either a delay or it's definitely an invitation to kind of look at maybe something we didn't see before, you know? Oh, easy does it, reversed, and siren songs. So yeah, I mean, to remind this person to love themselves, to go easy on themselves. And I think they feel like this is a siren song. I think in some way it is a siren song, but I also think it's a siren song maybe to one perspective and maybe one road, but it's not the final. I think something else is going to open itself up and that will feel really aligned and really good. Definitely see that for you, for your partner as well. It's just a momentary lag. Count your chickens. Support system reversed. Give it a whirl reverse. So yeah, there's another way to look at things, and there's a reluctance to do that. So there was a block. I think good things right now, it's a little bit, Mars is still retrograde and we're just narrowly on the other side of Mercury retrograde. So it does feel like our thoughts are still a little bit discombobulated, and I think we're still trying to find our way. You and this person are sharing this energy and you're shouldering their frustrations and their struggle to see their worth. They're just giving up on themselves. And I actually think that you see them for who they are, and you're probably a positive light in their life right now through this tough time. And I do have this feeling, I get this sense like you're going through it too. You're just carrying it more stoically, and you see the glass half full, and they just tend to see the glass half empty. They genuinely feel like totally defeated, and they're not able to see a U-turn or an invitation to kind of go somewhere else, see something else, you know? So I do think that this is related to a foundational element in your life. So it's an opportunity at work. It's either, it feels like it's a financial kind of, the pursuit of something that you guys were counting on, and it's sort of gone awry. It took another turn. You didn't expect it. And the sense of defeat is overwhelming for this person. And, or I wouldn't even say, and there's a sense of like building a family and really feeling like that was aligned and good to go. And it hasn't worked out the way that you thought it would. And you're questioning your compatibility to the situation, or they're questioning their compatibility to the situation, and you're seeing them as worth more than they're seeing themselves. There's this sense of self-sabotage in the situation. I do think this was a read for someone in your life who is going through it. and they just found out that they were not a viable candidate for something, and you're really there to pick up the pieces and show them that there's more to the story than they can see right now, and just to kind of give it some time and trust and kind of bathe in your support and your love for them. That being said, I do see in the cards that this person's sense of worthiness, this person's sense of compatibility with this situation is really beaten down. Like, I think this person has a lot of work to do on where they want to go in their life and what's next for them. I think there's only so much building up of their sense of will and their sense of belief that something can happen that's good for them, that they can manifest what they want, that they're not always the problem, that's just their reluctance or inability to see things differently. Maybe they're seeing things through a really like focused lens, and their truth lies outside of that. Perhaps you see that, but they can't see that for themselves. So they're really struggling. I don't think they're out of the dark though in terms of struggling. I think that they have there's like a long road ahead of them to really get themselves out of this sense of narrow-mindedness around who they are and what they're capable of. They're letting other people determine that for them. And as a result of that, this sense of failure through someone else's identification of what pass fail is in this situation is really triggered. Not an easy situation, but we all have our journeys, and it's a one day at a time situation, you know? I hope this helped. Happy Thursday. Happy late December. Happy all the things. Hang in there. You're doing it. You're showing up. And I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.